Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh, it has been a hot minute since I have got fully ready and put more than face wash and skincare on my face for a long time. If you guys do not follow me and you're just seeing one of my videos for the very first time, I am 33 weeks pregnant now, so I have just missing my high energy days of the second trimester, but those are gone, so now I'm just trying to battle through. I was really inspired to do a fall tutorial and play with some new products just released from Lime Life, so stay tuned to the very end of this video because I'm going to go through 3 of my favorite new products that were released. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay, so I'm going to start right from the beginning, right with skincare, because the Lime Life foundation that I'm going to be using is good for all skin types. I often get asked like if it's good for this age, oily skin, dry skin, what it's good for. And honestly, why I started using this foundation in the first place is because it just adapts to anyone, and that is what I need when doing makeup. So it all just depends on your skin type and how to prep your skin before you put on the foundation as to how well it's going to last. So if you guys want a more in-depth on skin prep for skin types, I have a video on that I will link up here in the cards and down in the description box below that you guys can check out after this video. So for today's video, what I'm going to be using is a mix of the Sotox and Calm Balm. Sotox is the anti-aging serum mixed with Calm Balm, which is the moisturizer for oily skin types. So we'll just go ahead and apply this. And then I'm just going to apply the First Base Spray Primer and just shake it up a little bit and mist that all over your face. Let that sort of dry a little bit, and then you can go right in with your foundation. Okay, so the foundation that I'm going to be using is the Lime Life Balcone 3-Well palette. So it has 2 concealers and 1 foundation. And the reason for 2 concealers is one's a skin tone and one is a highlighter shade for under your eye for dark circles, which is amazing. And there are a couple different ways that you can apply this foundation, but today we're going to be using the number 17 brush because it's super quick and it's just been my go-to lately. So what you want to do is just take, and this is for if you're applying to yourself. If you're applying to a customer, obviously, or a client, I mean, you wouldn't be swirling your brush right into the product. This is for your own self. Okay. And then just take and circular motions with not much pressure, swirl this all around. And what this swirling is going to do is just make sure that it gets into all those like little textured areas of our skin. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention is sometimes people don't realize that when the seasons switch, because it is now fall, my tan is so quickly fading that I've had to switch from, I'm normally a Shinto 2 in the summertime, I've had to switch to Olive 3 right now. Sometimes I go right into Olive 2, but right now I'm just using Olive 3 because hopefully I'm going to be able to maintain what I have right now with a spray tan. I don't want to go any lighter than this. So once you have all of your foundation on, just drop the brush. Once you have all of your foundation on, you can go in with your concealer. And so I just go in with my finger. This is my favorite way because you kind of can warm it up. It's seriously so good, you guys. It's so good. Okay, so then I just put it down the side of my nose like this and swipe it. And it automatically makes that sort of like triangle shape that you want. So go ahead and do that to the other side. And then I take my number 5 brush, which is just a smaller version of the number 17 brush. You could use this brush too if you wanted to blend out your concealer. I just like the smaller brush when getting closer in and around my eye. Another thing that I really love about this brush and using it for under eye concealer is the dual fibers. So you can see that it has 2 tones of bristles. These are 2 different textured bristles. So that makes these be really like separate and very I don't know, it just really buffs it into the skin really good so you get the coverage but not a whole bunch of product, because when you get too much product underneath your eyes, that's when you get the problem of creasing and stuff like that. So, and I just take, and whatever is on my brush, I will then bring that above and prime my eyes with it for eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the color Mocha, and this is what I'm using to cream contour with. So what I do is just take a little bit everywhere that you would contour with a powder, if that's what you're used to. That's what I normally would always contour with, but I seriously love this product for contouring right now. A little bit under the chin. Okay, so those are all the areas that I contour. And for this, for under my chin, I take my big brush. And make sure that's all rubbed in really good so that you don't see lines, but it just creates that shadow to kind of give you a little bit of lift, which I need right now at this stage of the game in my pregnancy. Okay, so then I switch to the little brush that we use for under our eyes, and this is what I'll just buff the top of this, contour into my cheekbone, and I kind of leave this a little bit sharper, and you can see how that just really shapes your cheekbone a little bit when you leave that sharp line underneath. We'll do that to the other side and around our hairline. And what I do here is just buff this back into my hair. And one tip that's really good for any pregnant mamas that are following me, sometimes you can lose your hair right here. So if you go and shade this in with a darker contour, it just makes sure to blend that all in so it's just not quite so noticeable until some baby hairs start growing back. And we'll do that to the other side. And the nose, and what I like to do here is similar to what we did to the cheekbone, and I'll just blend the outer edge, keeping the very center a little bit sharper, and that's just going to make our nose appear just like a little bit more snatched. So that is all for our basic foundation. So if you're feeling like how I have been feeling lately, I would just toss on some brow gel mascara and I would go, and I would leave this look as is. But I'm feeling like putting a little bit more into my makeup look today. So we are gonna go in with my eyeshadow palette from Limelife. And this is a customizable palette. So these are all my shades. It's a little bit dirty because I haven't cleaned it. So I have a lot of pinks and browns. So I thought what we would do is just sort of like use one of these pinks here and this chocolate brown and kind of do like a smoky look with a dark lip. I'm going to go in with my Sigma E40 brush just to pick up, I'm going to use this shade, and I will post all the colors of these shades and links to everything if you wanted to check it out in the description box below so you guys can just see everything that I've used for this look. And we're just popping this right in the crease. And then we're going to go in with this chocolate brown shade and just bring that more on our eyelid. And I'm just sort of packing it in place right now, right by my lash line and on my whole like mobile lid. And then we can just take and sort of blend that into that pink shade that we put on for our transition color. Okay, and then I'm going to take and do the same thing on my other eye. Now that we have that all done, I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line, and I'm going to take the number 20 brush, and I'm going to pick up some more of that pink and just pull that down and smoke it down on our lower lash line. And then I'm just going to pick up another, just a little bit of this dark shade. Perfect. And then for our inner corner, I think I'm going to take the number 11 brush, which looks like this, and we're just going to pick up some of this sort of pinky champagne color and just pop that on my inner corner tear duct area for a little highlight. Now I'm going to do my brows. The number 14 brush, and so it has a liner brush on one side, a spoolie on the other. And the color I use is this color right here, which is shade number 28, I believe. And I line the underside of my brow first. Notice that I didn't start right at the beginning of my brows because I like to taper that off into a lighter kind of gradiated fade. And then kind of push it up. Okay, so now for the gradiated beginning part of the brow, I take and do a line like that. Same with on the other side. And then I will just take what product I have there and push it up into the brow hairs. So I'm not picking up any extra product here. Okay, and that's how you get a really nice gradiated eyebrow that fades and goes to a little bit of a darker arch. And then what I do is I take my concealer brush, which is brush number 9. It's just a little paddle brush like this. I love this. This brush I could never be without. If you guys ever want to see like my favorite brushes or something like that, let me know in the comments below because I would love to do a video like that for you guys. Okay, so then I'm going to go and pick up the skin tone color and do the top of my brow and just clean up anything that maybe kind of is looking a little crazy. And then I take the lighter highlight shade for underneath my brow and just clean that up. You can take and just sort of blend that in a little bit so you don't have any harsh lines. You can also take and do this whole brow step before you do your eyeshadows. I do it either way, it just totally depends on how I feel that day. Okay, so now that we have our brows done, I just want to take and pop a little bit of highlighter just underneath of our arch with that same color that we did on our tear duct. Okay, nice and easy. And then I'm going to take my Lime Life Balcone liner. Okay, and I just did it right along the lash lines, no wing or anything like that. And then I'm going to take a liner brush. This one it's a straight across square brush from Alamar, and it does not have a number on it. But anyways, it looks like this. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of black shadow and put that on the inside of my waterline. Okay, and that just shapes that a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in with my mascara. And this is Clinique High Impact Mascara, and it's just a good mascara to use if you're putting on lashes. It's nothing like crazy voluminous or anything like that. Okay, now that we have the mascara on, I'm going to go and put my lashes on, and the lashes that I'm using are these House of Lashes, and the style is Smokey Muse, and they're kind of just like really fluttery. They're pretty cute. So I am going to go off camera and put these on, and I'll be right back, and then we'll finish the rest of our face. So now that we have our lashes on, which I'm really thinking that these lashes are cute. They have a lot of curl to them, and what I read on the back is that they are ultra lightweight, easy to apply, reusable, 100% sterilized human hair, which I don't ever think that I've used human hair eyelashes before. So that's kind of something else. So now what I want to show you guys is a couple new products that Lime Life has just launched, which I'm really pumped about. Lime Life announced that they were launching brow gels. So I was like, well, I usually don't love, I haven't had good luck with some brow gels in the past, so I was skeptical. Got these samples in the mail and I'm freaking in love. So these are the 3 tinted ones, and they also have a clear one just to hold your brows in place. Those are good for all for everybody. And then these ones come in a light, medium, dark. So obviously if you're super blonde, you'd go for light. I use medium, and then there is dark for anybody who is darker than me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys medium. And so what is really sweet is that, like I said, they're tinted. So you can just put it on. I've been using this like, cause I've been so lazy that I just put it on when I'm super lazy, but I have like literally no hairs when I don't put brows on. You can't see my brows at all. So when I put this on just to tint the hairs, you can see that I have brows there, so I don't weird people out. And they recognize me. But you can also put it on afterwards, after you put on your brows, like shape them with a powder, whatever you like to do. Then I go ahead and just brush it in, because I really like how it defines the hairs at the beginning of my brow, and it holds any hairs, because I have some hairs that like to curve down at the tail end of my brow. You can tell the difference on camera, but it makes a huge difference to me because I can see the hairs versus not being able to see hair strokes at all. So it kind of gives you that like more natural hair-like effect or whatever. You know how everybody likes the brow hairs in, like if you get your brows microbladed, you have like that brow hair effect. So that kind of gives you this if you already have the brows in place and you're like me, they're just super blonde and sparse. It'll kind of like plump those bad boys up. So loving. This is now hands down my favorite brow gel. Like very, very happy that I love this as much as I do. And we're going to get into a couple other new products. But first of all, I just wanted to go back, and so we didn't set anything. I didn't put any setting powder or anything like that. So I'm just going to take my little brush and just sort of magic erase under my eyes just in case we had any fallout. And then I'm going to take the smallest amount of setting powder because I don't really want it on my cheekbone because I'm going to use a cream highlighter under there. So I just want a tiny bit of powder just to set this little kind of triangle area right there so that my concealer doesn't go anywhere. So I'm using this is my 3-well palette. You can customize these palettes, and they come in 2-well palettes if you're not like a brush. You don't use all 3 of these powders. So this is setting powder, bronzer, blusher. So I'm just going to take and just put it right here. So this just locks that in place so that you're not going to have any movement under your eyes. And I just kind of make sure to set anywhere like your chin, your nose, and I get oily on my forehead, so I'm going to set there as well. And then I'm going to go in with my number 3 brush and just chisel out my contour a little bit more with this bronzing powder. And just a little bit. I don't need it to be as dark as I wear it in the summer because, like I said, my tan is quickly fading. Okay, that's looking good. And then I just want to take and put, what color? I think I'm going to go in with this blush. I will post, this is the number 4, I think. It has a slightly peachy shimmer to it. And just sort of buff that up on the apple of your cheek. And if you start to get too harsh, like right at the center, you want to keep most of the product back here, but if it starts to get too harsh right in here, you can just take and blend that back a little bit with the product that's left over on your foundation brush. Okay, so that's looking really good. But no look in my eyes is ever complete without a highlighter. And Limelight just teamed up with makeup artist Danessa Merrick's. I always feel like I can say it and then I go on camera and I'm like, no, I can't say her name. So anyways, beautiful array of cream highlighter colors, which I just had the opportunity to use. I teamed up with a couple photographers and a hairdresser, and we did this really cool like fantasy photo shoot that you guys can go check out on my Instagram portfolio. I have it posted, so I will post all the links to my Instagram. I have my main one and then my portfolio page that you guys can go check that out. But I used some of these like really lighter ones for some of the cool like kind of mermaidy water look that I did. And then these ones are kind of more geared toward darker skin tones, but you can use them like to highlight your lip color, something like that. And they're just very interchangeable. They don't have to be strictly used for highlighter on your cheekbone or whatever. Okay, so the one I think I'm going to use is this one right here. And I'm just gonna pick it up on my finger and just blend that in. And the thing with a cream highlighter, see, I never used to be for cream highlighters or cream contours, but I just really like how they make the skin look so dewy and just sort of like natural. Like it's not heavy or anything like that. It's really pretty actually. And then we can go and highlight the nose a little bit. And then last but not least, you guys, I wanted to show you another, these are the new Danessa liquid lipstick colors that you can't see because I'm holding them all by the tube. I'll hold them by the lid. Look at these colors, like full life. These are all of my jam. Like look at these two really, really dark ones. Sorry. These two. Ooh, love. So I think what would go really good with this look is chocolate ganache. Is that how you say it? Anyways. So what I do, people always ask, do you need like a liner? What liners go best with this? You can definitely pair it with a liner. You will get the longest wear time with these, but I just use the wand. Like I just find it, that's what I love about liquid lipstick. So we'll go ahead and put this on. How awesome is this color? So this sort of reminds me of, before this, my favorite dark color was Dose of Colors Chocolate Wasted, and that is what this one sort of reminds me of. Isn't it so pretty? And it's not too much with this smoky eye because the smoky eye doesn't come up like really far. We kind of kept it a little bit lower. So yeah, what do you guys think of this fall inspired look? And this dark chocolate lip, I love it. This felt really good. I haven't got ready in a very long time. I'll probably give you guys a little kind of pregnancy update vlog kind of post in a couple videos to come. It's coming down to crunch time, not much time left. So if you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, click the subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell so that you guys are notified when I upload new videos. I do upload once a week on various lifestyle and beauty tips and hacks and tutorials. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.